YouTube, what's up, y'all? We got that split screen, so you know I got a special guest in the building, and this one's out of DC, the real MK. Welcome to the family, girl.
Hey y'all.
Yes, sir. And today is June. It is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And because of that, you have created your own personalized book for men's mental health. So I brought you in to kind of spotlight that and talk to us. So first off, tell us where we can find it and purchase it online.
Yes, so you can find the workbook on my Etsy shop, and I have the link in my bio on Instagram, the real MK, well underscore the real MK, and you can click the link in my bio.
Okay. All right. So, first question, kind of obvious one, but why did you feel the need as a woman to write a book, a workbook, an interactive workbook about men's mental health?
So I started creating a self care workbook for women, primarily for myself, um, and I was like, okay, this is cute. I like this, and I was like, okay, let me pivot and do something for men. But as I was doing it, I was just like, oh, it's given too girly. Um, and then I remember having a conversation with my little brother who suffers with deep depression and anxiety, and it made me go harder for the workbook. Like I kind of just put the women's workbook on the back burner and wanted to fully dive deep into my men's workbook because of how I seen my brother grow up and suffer with his depression, and even my closest men friends. You don't know what men really go through until they are vulnerable with you. And a lot of men aren't. So it's a lot of just silence. Like my closest male friend, he suffers with deep depression. And I remember having a conversation with him. I even bought him a journal, but my brother a journal. Like, it's okay to just write things down because I'm not going to be able to answer your questions. A lot of men think therapy isn't an option which it is. So I was just like, okay, what's the middle ground for a man not going to therapy and also not having someone to talk to? Let's go deeper with these prompts in the workbook. So I was going to at first make two parts of the workbook, like separate workbooks, but instead I made two parts in one workbook, where the beginning part is more so like getting to know you, getting to know yourself. And then the second part is now I know myself, but by the end of this workbook, I really want to know who I am on a deeper level and be able to be vulnerable with my friends, my family, my loved ones around me. Um, so that's why I really went into the route with the workbook. I've been working on this workbook for months. So I'm happy that it's finally out and it's out this month.
Yes, and appropriate timing, and I agree, man. What you spoke about, men kind of thinking they got to just be tough and have that hard exterior, but when you break it down and you still have that level of privacy because it is a personal workbook, and I love the structure of it, how everything is structured because we're logical creatures more by nature. So having that structure, and then you still have to hold yourself accountable and answer all the questions. So I love that kind of that balance between the privacy and still getting out kind of your innermost thoughts in a personalized setting. This was kind of a process. So speak to kind of some of the publishing hurdles, creation hurdles, and just kind of making it online and available for purchase because sometimes you don't know what you don't know.
So so I created mine on Canva and Procreate. Since I am a design study major in college, I have a lot of background with using digital works, Illustrator, Adobe, all of that good stuff. And Photoshop. So I started on Procreate, creating a cover and everything, and then I moved over to Canva. So if you don't know the basics of Canva, it'll kind of be hard, but I would say keep working on it, like keep working towards it. So I just used Canva the whole entire time and typed everything up. But as far as like images and stuff go, I use Procreate for it. But you can find a lot of your images on Etsy. A lot of people sell digital images on Etsy, and you can find images on Canva. And if you have Canva Pro, you can also like find more images, and you can delete like erase the background of it. So that way you can just like if you want a small part like a flower, and you just want a small part of the flower, you can take that, put it on a book.
Kind of tools you can kind of learn on the curve, so to speak. If you need to YouTube stuff and you kind of learn, you don't have to be a quote unquote expert when it comes to
Right.
publishing tools. All right. Well, final question, because I know you're a busy lady. What would be one piece of advice you give to the audience when if they have an idea or a passion and they want to take it from, in their head and they want to actually execute, kind of what would be some tips that you learned on your journey to creating this wonderful masterpiece, this workbook?
Man, I'll say keep going. Like I started this workbook in February. It's June. I will say keep going. I finished it May. I'm a perfectionist. So a lot of times during these past few months, I've been really hard on myself. Like, oh, this is not perfect. I'm just gonna wait on it. But sometimes you just gotta go and just trusting yourself and just do it. So I would just say just do it. Just go. Like it's gonna be hard, but just do it.
That's what I hear oftentimes. Everybody's like, or biggest rather, obstacle to your own success. You always doubting yourself and
Yes.
second guessing. It's like, bro, just do it, mess up, fail, learn from it, and guess what? The next time it's going to be easier. You have experience, and it's going to look better. So just get that first one out the way, so to speak. So again,
Yeah.
where can we find the men's mental health workbook online? One more time for the audience.
My Etsy shop, and you can also go on my link in my bio on my Instagram page underscore the real MK.
All right, thank you, Gil. Out of DC, we appreciate your time. And I can say, as a purchaser, well, soon to be purchaser of the book, because you gave me the digital copy as a sneak preview. I appreciate the time, the effort you put into this, because it is a topic that hasn't been addressed as much as it should be, especially in the Black community. So we thank you for the effort you're putting into helping kind of build awareness to all this. We really do.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Talk to you later.
Later.